This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Kia ora, good evening. Welcome to the South today. I'm Daryl Baser. New Zealand is set to begin the transition to Level 2 status in the response to the spread of COVID-19 in 2 days' time. At this afternoon's media announcement, the government says there are no new COVID-19 cases. Dr. Ashley Bloomfield says 12 more people have recovered, giving New Zealand a 93% recovery rate.
Today we're reporting no new cases of COVID-19. This means New Zealand's confirmed and probable COVID-19 total cases remains at 1,497, and of these 1,147 are confirmed. We now have 1,398 people who are reported as having recovered from COVID-19. This is an increase of 12 on yesterday, and 93% of our cases are now considered recovered. Today there are just 2 people receiving hospital level care in Middlemore and North Shore hospitals, and neither is in ICU. There are also no additional deaths to report today, and we still have the 16 significant clusters, 4 of which are now closed and a number of which have not had any cases between 14 and 28 days, so they are on their way to being closed off as well.
And stay tuned to Channel 39 to see the latest announcement from the government. The offer of free paint attracted about 100 people to the Dunedin suburb of Green Island on Saturday. The paint was being given away by Mulford Holdings in a gesture of goodwill to people needing to apply a lick of paint during lockdown.
A long line of lockdown DIYers queuing up for free paint, with Mulford Holdings' owner Claire Clydesdale and daughter Casey Dixon ensuring everyone maintains social distancing and uses hand sanitizer. The objective was to give away paint the specialist coating and painting company no longer needed.
With the lockdown, Barry's had a lot of phone calls. Have you got a bit of this? Have you got a bit of that? I just need to do this. I want to touch up that. And it was like, okay, well maybe we could do a clean out. And then let's find some paint and offer it to whoever might want it. Not thinking for a minute that it would go.
The post would attract over 25,000 people.
Hundreds of paint tins were given away, some unused and worth up to $100 a pop.
There's some brand new full buckets, which, the lucky person that finds them, awesome. But, there's bits that we haven't been able to use on jobs or we've finished and, had left over.
Those who turned up could definitely see the potential applications for what was on offer.
Everyone's down on it, so tree hut, fence, deck, whatever's going, so it'll get a coat.
The Clydesdale family was very pleased with the community spirit, and they're considering doing it again, but next time asking for a gold coin donation to charity.
It's nice to know that we are helping out, with reusing and recycling rather than just dumping paint.
Definitely.
It's nice to know that it's going somewhere useful.
Yeah, absolutely.
In Dunedin, the South today.
A Southland company is helping in efforts to track people as the country moves to Alert Level 2. Tech company Digital Stock has announced a smartphone app to easily track where people have been during lockdown.
Invercargill company Digital Stock has developed a phone app for businesses if they need to contact their visitors with COVID-19 concerns.
The goal is really making a super quick and easy way to get set up for businesses. They can simply print a poster out, put it on their wall, and it's all self-service and zero touch. So there's no paper, there's no physical devices you need to touch.
Visitors use their own keypad on their phone to supply their contact details, and the data is not made available to the business unless there is a health scare. The company has already about 2,000 businesses using the app, with numbers set to grow even more as we move down from Alert Level 3.
As we move into Level 2, there's probably going to be another uptake as more retail establishments open up. It was really aimed at kind of a casual market, so people that don't really have existing visitor sign-in systems, but we've actually found it supplementing some existing systems that some large companies are using now. So we've got a huge range of different people using it.
In Invercargill, the South today.
Along with tattoo parlours and massage therapists, hairdressers have been closed for about 2 months. The recent owners of one Dunedin salon say it's been really tough, although government subsidies mean they've held on to quality staff. Zaibatsu here in Dunedin's upmarket St Clair is just one of many hair salons in the country which have been shut for the better part of 8 weeks, and co-director Chris Proctor says level 2 can't come soon enough.
Ideally, when would you like to be at level 2?
Now. Absolutely. It's tough. It's financially tough.
Proctor says government subsidies for their staff mean they've retained top-notch hairdressers in the upmarket salon, and says they're all ready for the necessary PPE requirements for COVID level 2.
Obviously gloves, they don't normally wear gloves when they're cutting, so we're going to have to be prepared with that, which I've ordered in quite a few, but then I've also been told that they may be something that's going to be like gold, and then there's going to be a shortage of, so trying to prepare for that. I've ordered some kimono gowns, just so the girls feel that, they can take them home, wash them. The clients feel safe. Obviously, we've got our capes, we've got aprons, we'll have face masks, and lots of sanitisation in between and during every client. It'll be just paramount.
She says neither her nor her team of 6 stylists and a salon manager have been idle during the lockdown, spending time chatting and planning via Zoom.
We recently launched our online store and our new website, which has helped bring in a tiny bit of cash flow, but everything helps, so that's been a little bit helpful.
Proctor says many of their clients have phoned with hair emergencies during the period after trying to look after their own cut or colour.
Where people have got someone else or they've had a go at it themselves. So, cutting, I'm sure it will be a wee bit more technical, but the girls are up for it, and they're all amazing stylists. So, whatever is being chucked at them, they're going to be able to rise to the occasion.
And she says they're ready to help in person from this week, following the Prime Minister's announcement yesterday. In Dunedin, the South Today. As part of our ongoing coverage of this year's ASP Otago Sports Awards, we're now announcing the 3 people nominated for their contribution as sports officials over the past year.
James Doleman, rugby. James has been racking up the air miles in the last year, from reffing World Sevens tournaments across Asia, notching up more than 100 games on the circuit, to the Under-20 World Championships in Argentina, where he was handed the whistle for the final. There's also been plenty of action closer to home, with James making his Super Rugby debut in Melbourne earlier this year, as well as being heavily involved in the Mitre 10 Cup. It'll be an eager wait to lace the boots up again for James Doleman. Martin Glossop, hockey. When it comes to Otago hockey, Martin's been involved in everything and more in the last year. The former Otago Umpire of the Year not only added to his countless number of Premier games umpired, but was also a key element in the running of Under-18 and Under-21 tournaments, as well as being involved in New Zealand's premier domestic competition, the National Hockey League. After reffing the game since he was 14, there's no signs of slowing down from Martin Glossop. Chris Gaffaney, cricket. Chris was once again regarded as one of the best umpires in the world, selected for a 5th straight time as part of the ICC's elite panel of umpires for the 2019-20 season. The former Otago batter was heavily involved in cricketing's biggest events of the season, umpiring tests, ODIs and T20s, as well as being selected to stand in the Ashes series and the 2019 Cricket World Cup. There's set to be plenty more big occasions for Chris Gaffaney.
And we'll be announcing the winner of the Sports Official of the Year in tomorrow evening's bulletin. Time now for a look at the weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Beginning with the situation, a little northwesterly airflow sneaks onto the far south in the next few days, but mostly high pressure systems stay strong over central New Zealand, keeping cold fronts and rain away from the region this week. In the southern towns, moderate northerlies and some cloud are the order of the day. The Catlins and Balclutha head for 14 degrees, while Lumsden and Gore should reach 15. Heading to the Central Lakes, you're all due for light winds and some high cloud. Wanaka and Queenstown should reach 14 degrees, while Alexandra heads for 15, and Te Anau, you're due for 14 degrees. To the northern towns, light winds and cloudy skies are also the order of the day here. Timaru and Waimaru should reach 14, while Twizel and Omarama are both expecting 15 degrees. In Dunedin tonight, expect low cloud and northeast winds with an overnight low of 10 degrees. It'll be cloudy at first tomorrow, but should clear around midday. Expect a high of 13 and a low of 9. On Thursday, expect low cloud and mist morning and evening with fine weather in between. A high of 15 and a low of 6 degrees. And heading to Invercargill, it should be fine and cold tonight with a nippy overnight low of 3 degrees. Fine with sunny periods and some high cloud tomorrow. With mostly high cloud, you should have a high of 15 and a low of 9 degrees. Expect cloudy skies on Thursday with a few light showers possible later in the day. You should have a high of 15 and a low of 10. And that's all from the South Today team for this Tuesday. For the latest news from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz and follow Channel 39 on Facebook and YouTube. And stay tuned to Channel 39 for the latest COVID-19 updates from the government. Remember, we're still in our level 3 bubbles until Thursday in most cases. Have a great evening. Ka kite anō. See you tomorrow.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.